to Cityline. As you saw on the wide shot, Miss Holly is over there keeping her hands busy with some crafting that we are going to talk about in our final segment that has to do with your children and some eye-hand coordination and some good spatial learning. But first, with me on the couch is a woman I have been chasing around Tacoma. When she was first hired in her position, I think I actually emailed our producer at probably 2 in the morning and said, we must have her on. So ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming with a very warm City of Tacoma welcome, the new Director of Public Health for Tacoma Pierce County Health Department, Chantell Harmon Reed. Welcome, my dear.
Thank you so much, Amanda. You are so kind.
Well, you come with great recommendations. Rumor has it that you actually rubbed shoulders once with Sean Penn in terms of keeping everything healthy in this world. So we're going to try to live up to your star power. Okay, how's that? So tell us about you and what brought you to Tacoma.
You know, I am coming here from Portland by way of New Orleans, born and raised. I was the Deputy Director of the City of New Orleans Health Department, and I was also the Deputy Director of the Portland Multnomah County's Health Department. You mentioned having connected with Sean Penn. Yep. I did do some work during COVID with his organization, Core Response.
Okay.
But yes, I've done a great number of things in the public health realm, but I've been working in healthcare for over 17 years now.
Oh my gosh, and you know, when you mention NOLA, when I think about NOLA is like the Nordstroms of public safety and health, because there seems to be a need there because of the weather, and then there's just a human basic need. Mm-hmm. So we're in good hands with you. I can't promise no hurricanes, but you are in good hands with Tacoma. So I saw you hopping around doing some meet and greets with folks at the library, and we've got some pictures that we're going to show. What are those meetings all about?
So one of the things that I wanted to make sure that as a new person coming into this community, I wanted to not just stay in the health department and stay in my office. I wanted the opportunity to be able to get out and meet the community in an organic way. So I've been going to health fairs. I've been going to different meetings. I've been setting up and meeting with different members of the organization. But I wanted to make sure that I underscore the importance of meeting just people in the community. Yes. So I've set up these meet and greets. I've been to University Place, I've been to Fife, I've been to Key Peninsula, and I have quite a few more to go. So I'm looking forward to just going out and just talking to people, getting to know them a little bit better, and allowing them to get to know me a little bit better too.
Well, with that smile, come on, who doesn't want to know you? This is a huge question. This is a question that we could talk about the answer for 2 hours, but unfortunately, we don't have 2 hours, so here it is. What is the health department's strategic plan? You're coming off a huge time with COVID. All health departments are as we navigate this. So give us the 411.
So there were a lot of lessons learned during COVID, and I really wanted to make sure that we leveraged all those lessons learned and really build us to a space of efficiency and effectiveness.
Right.
It's going to give us an opportunity to really kind of make sure that we bring us into the next future of what public health is supposed to be, but also being cognizant of like where we are as a community. Bringing community voice, making sure that we're engaged in community, making sure that we're also not just meeting the community, not just meeting the needs of what public health or what we think it's supposed to be, but also making sure that community is centered, making sure that equity is centered in where we go. That's a real important part of where we need to be.
My goodness, I mean, I have to tell you, I think you are the first director of health that has ever used those words of equity with me on the couch, and I love that because quality of life, basic needs, everybody deserves good human rights, equity rights, and civil rights. And look at you, I'm really impressed. So part of your job you mentioned was getting through and taking those programs and making them more efficient. Right now, this morning, it's beautiful out. I got stuck behind a school bus, so it's back to school time. It's that time of year where we start thinking about parents' illnesses. When you're in kindergarten, you got 5,000 viruses to go through. So from a public standpoint, What is the health department? What do you want us to know about back to school?
So the biggest thing right now is we want to make sure that kids are vaccinated.
Okay.
We have programs set up with local pharmacies and providers to make sure that there's vaccinations for all. If you go to our site, tpchd.org /kidsvax, and it's VAX, we have resources and information that is going to support parents to make sure that all kids are immunized. There's a strong focus on making sure that kids get caught up.
Yep.
Because we know that there was some lag, there was some, areas where people needed to make sure,
COVID babies.
Yeah, we had situations where people weren't able to get as vaccinated and get caught up because there was a lag in getting appointments and just getting to the doctors during COVID. So we want to make sure that everyone is caught up. There's HPV vaccinations that people are going to be supported with. There's COVID vaccinations, but just overall, immunizations that we want to make sure that people are supported with.
Absolutely.
So that is the message that we want to make sure that we drive home to all parents right now.
Yeah. And I was thinking about when my little one was little, I didn't have to deal with COVID. Obviously, she's now in her 30s. So what do folks need to know about COVID-19?
It's still around, right? We hit a plateau, right? And then we saw a downward trend, but right now we're seeing it. We are seeing an upward spike right now, right? It is not going away. We do want you to know that your health department is making sure that we keep an absolute pulse on where we are with the prevalence of COVID in our community. The FDA has released a new set of vaccinations. It has not been released just yet.
Okay.
But the health department is making sure that we remain abreast of it, and as soon as it is available to the full public, we're going to make sure that we alert you. We're going to make sure that you are aware of it, and we're going to make sure that we have everyone taking advantage of it.
Taking care of us as
Exactly.
always.
Absolutely.
Okay, last 2 minutes. I want to talk about Food Safety Month because we have seen, if you are someone who follows the news, the whole listeria outbreak that's been happening with Boarhead's meats. So tell us what we need to know in terms of resources and also getting the word out.
So the main thing is, like, if you go to, again, go to our website, go to tpchd.org. There's going to be information and resources about how you can make sure that you keep your areas clean, that you make sure that the prep services are sanitized, that you are not doing your areas cross contaminations and the like. You want to rinse your fruits and vegetables. There's all sorts of resources that we want to make sure that we are keeping our families safe. And that's the highlight of everything that we want to do about Food Safety Month.
And I bet you even have one for Emergency Preparedness Month also,
Listen,
because you guys are always creating.
We are trying to make sure that we push out as much information as possible. So in addition to Food Safety Month, there's also Emergency Preparedness Month as well. So not only food safety, but as well as making sure that you are prepared in the event of an emergency. We are pushing out information about emergency preparedness as well this month.
Because you know what, we don't get any notice, do we, about those emergency, had that happen and you cut your teeth on in NOLA, we are in great hands.
Yeah.
Last question, Overdose Awareness Day. Last week you recognized that. What is significant about that?
So, all of us are impacted, whether it is directly or indirectly, but all of us are impacted by overdoses in our community. So last Saturday, August 31st, was Overdose Awareness Day, and we're going to be commemorating that day on today at Tolson Plaza from 5 to 7. We are inviting everyone within your audience to come out and support and be able to recognize those, whether it's loved ones or people just that you know, for opioid awareness and also for Overdose Awareness Day.
One of our biggest addictions right now facing, and you guys are there to talk about it. Thank you for being here. I want you back on this comfy couch sooner than later, and congratulations and welcome.
Thank you so much for having us, and I just want to say thank you to you for allowing me to come. I do want to also extend a thank you to my staff. They have been a great, phenomenal support in welcoming me to Tacoma, and they've been a great support in looking to where we go in the future for what healthcare is going to be in our city. So,
spoken like a great leader.
Thank you.
We have much more to come on Cityline. Don't go away. We'll be right back.